Okay, this is the video for warm-up problem number 13. If you need it, great. If you don't, great. If you want to just use part of it, that's fine too. All right, remember that these first two that we're going to do are substitution only, last class and today, and then next week we'll do elimination, and then the test you get to pick whichever method you would prefer or works best for the problem. All right, substitution. Because this equation says y equals, I can substitute it into the other equation where there is a y. So I can rewrite it as 5x minus 4, and instead of y, we have negative 3x plus 5, and then continue the equation equals negative 3. So now I'm going to simplify. So I get 5x. Remember, I'm distributing a negative 4. So that gives me positive 12x minus 20 equals negative 3. Combine like terms. 5x and 12x is 17. Add 20 to both sides. So I get 17x equals 17. Divide by 17, and so x equals 1. But remember, we're not done yet until we find the x and the y. So now I got to take this and plug it back in, and you can plug it into either one that you want. The most efficient one, though, is the one that says y equals. So negative 3, and instead of x, I now know that x is 1 plus 5. So I have negative 3 plus 5, which is 2. So my final answer I write as an ordered pair x and then y. So it's 1, 2, and there's my final answer. Okay, number 2, not only is it best suited for substitution, you shouldn't do anything else with it. It's also nice because it already told you one of the answers. We know y is 2. We simply just need to figure out what x is. So we're going to take negative 2 and plug it in. So I'm going to have 4x minus 3 times negative 2 equals 18. So that gives me 4x plus 6 equals 18. Because remember, this is plus a negative. So I'm going to subtract 6 from both sides. So I get 4x equals 12. Divide by 4. So x is 3. But I already know what y equals. It's negative 2. So my final answer as an ordered pair is 3, negative 2. Okay, flip over to the back and look at number 3. Now this one is not solved for x or y, but this equation here can easily be solved for y. I can do that by adding 5x to both sides. So I can rewrite it as y equals 5x minus 3. Now, since this is what y equals, I can, whoops, let me do that in blue. I can plug that into this y. So I can take this part and substitute it in. So I'm going to 3x minus 8 times 5x minus 3 equals 24. So I'm going to have 3x. Remember, I'm distributing a negative. So this gives me negative 40x. And then plus 24 equals 24. Combine like terms. So I get negative 37. Whoops, grab the x and the 24. Plus 24 equals 0. Or excuse me, 24. Subtract 24 from both sides. So I get negative 37x equals 0, which a lot of you will tell me is no solution or infinite solution, but that is false. No solution and infinite solution only happens when there's no x's, and we do have x's. We have negative 37 of them. So if I'm going to continue this problem, I'm going to divide by negative 37, and I get x's. Well, 0 divided by any number you could possibly think of is 0. That's a solution. It's 0. That's okay. It can even be at 0. But now I have to plug it in to figure out what y is. So this one that says y equals is the most efficient. So I have y equals 5 times 0 minus 3. So it's 0 minus 3. So y is just negative 3. So my final answer is 0, negative 3. It's a very specific point, not no solution. Now, today, the only thing you are going to keep is your warm-up problems. You are going to turn in at the end of class when you are finished the notes and your homework.